4. Section 4 is going to be, so the main stage will be here on this corner. So this whole street and this whole courtyard area. Section 4 and in this little like diagonal part. Nothing really exciting to share about this. Last year, this setup looked like the tents were in a curved shape, kind of facing in towards the GNC building. People in this section in the morning, I'm guessing you probably will need to move those tables and chairs out of the way. Not entirely, but like around the curve of the concrete, because that's where the 10 by 10 tents are going to need to be set up. Other than that, I believe the plan is that tents will only be set up along the fence, not along the street where the cars are parked right now, but I don't know that for sure. That could change. If it has to change, it has to change. There will also be porta-johns lined up at the end of this street. They kind of serve as a barricade to like rope off the festival grounds. I should also mention, let me back up, for load-in purposes, traffic is one way in, same way out. We're just making one big loop in and out. There is no reversing and driving back out the way that they came in. That's very, very important. And a lot of people will tell them that as they get checked in, as you all will help them unload. Just keep reminding them once they get to their spot, they need to pull as far over as they can, unload quickly, and move their vehicle out immediately. That's what we need to be assertive and courteous in telling the vendor. But so anyway, so people in section 4, depending on where the porta-john company drops them off, we may need to scooch them out of the way. When porta potties are empty, they're really no big deal to move. I can move one myself. They're just on like little skid things. You just kind of push them and they're no big deal. So those will need to get likely moved out of the way so that the one-way traffic can do its thing. Then once all the vendors have been loaded in and all the vehicles are out of the grounds, then we need to, section 4 people will need to push those porta-johns back into place to create that barricade at the end of this street. At the end of the night, people in section 4 will also have to move those porta-johns again out of the way. They'll be a little bit heavier at the end of the night. Definitely not a one-person job, probably a 4-person job. If we need to enlist extra brute strength from other sections, we'll make that decision when the time comes. But just be aware, section 4, that will need to happen at the end of the night to allow cars to exit. Let me just make sure that I have gone over all of my main points.